Hey boys, welcome back to our IPL 5/5 tournaments where we're going to be playing Supergiant here, but I do simulate the games. Unfortunately, I made a mistake here because what I should do, and I'll start doing it before the games, is simulating all the matches and then playing our game. Obviously, I could, at the end of the game, I could simulate it, but I forgot to do it because when I finished the game, I just sort of stopped. So yeah, in the future, I'll just simulate all the games as we see. Their team, quite a few overseas players. I didn't quite catch how many, but they, like I said, I'll probably just put like a comment at the on the videos, just letting everyone know that the teams are not the up-to-date teams with the latest auctions and player transfers and all that. So that's the main thing. But and also some of the teams might have more than 4 international players. Dan Christian is I don't think he's gonna get actually maybe he did. I think Christian might have got picked up by a IPL team this year, which I don't know. Christian's a funny one because I sort of feel like in the Big Bash he's sort of underused a fair bit, because he can be like, his bowling is actually like one of the better bowlers in Big Bash, I would say, but his batting as well is very powerful. But yeah, he can have great games, but then he can also be terrible. I mean, I guess that's Big Bash, or that's T20 in a nutshell, as Chris Lynn gets off the mark this game. Probably a little bit easier facing Dan Christian rather than fired up Mitchell Johnson. So, you know, Chris Lynn is not too bothered by the pace, but you know, second ball getting a mid 140 in swing Yorker. Most batters are going to struggle. As Sunil Narayan here. Again, I think our team is pretty much the same. I think I might have brought in Trent Bolt for Kolkata Nile. I think that was the only trade I did. But that's a poor I mean, last ball of the over, I thought, you know, try to make it a decent first over, because it started off well, but it just sort of tapered off as right there, I thought we just picked out the field. It was going to be a wide down leg side, so I was pretty frustrated to actually go for that one to start with, because they did have a fine leg. Probably not a great shot, but Chris Lynn, 10 off 5, is doing his job. He's not going crazy, but just sort of consolidating a little bit, as Gambia, nice little shot there as well. Did he get a duck in the first game as well? He's almost going to get run out there. So close to a direct hit, he would have been gone. As that is a good shot. This guy, Unad Kat, I'm not sure how to pronounce it, but I actually just I think I read in the paper he like signed for a massive deal. I think it was like 2 point something million. And yeah, I saw that he was a leading wicket taker last time. I'm pretty sure at like 11, average of 11, economy of like 7. So yeah, haven't seen him. I don't really get to watch the obviously it's over in India. Times don't usually work out, as that's a fairly frustrating wicket. Not a bad shot, honestly, but straight to the slips fielder. So I guess it is a bad shot at the end of the day, as Uthapa comes in, or Uthapa, however you want to say it, really. As Tahir, the leggy, bowling to Chris Lynn, who hasn't had much of the strike, honestly. I was being a little cautious with Lynn, because I do want, I've got a little bit of vested interest playing as Chris Lynn. I do want him to do well in the tournament, so I didn't want to just throw his wicket away. But just getting the single there off the start of the over is just, oh yeah, sort of getting rid of the strike. But there we go, just getting the single there, so you know, we don't have to blast every ball. I think that's something we're going to have to get in the habit of. Is not trying to go big every ball. You know, third ball, no one back on the offside. It's a pretty safe shot. Good footwork by Lynn, just opening up and just flaying it through there. So yeah, fairly safe shot over that area. Probably the leg side is not the way to go. Well, straight down the ground is pretty good as well. As that one is skied a little bit, but it's going to be one bounce for 4. So we're looking good. Very, very good this innings, actually. That's not a bad delivery, though. Just a little too early on the shot. The spinners in this game can be tricky. I mean, I feel like I can take them on. Ashwin is a very, very quality spinner. So, you know, I was a little cautious these couple of overs here batting against a spin, because just sort of the pace is what gets you. The spin, obviously the spin is dangerous, but it's more the pace, because if they really slow it up and you're through your shot, you're going to scoop it to a player. If you're late on the shot, you'll just get bowled. So, yeah, the spin is tricky, especially on the hardest difficulty. So, yeah, not a bad shot there, the reverse slog by your thupper there. So, getting into the action. So, 36 off 3.2 overs. We're going along very, very nicely, as that one, as you see there, just played way too early, only 70k, so he's really floated up there. And then the ball, like I think directly after it, that was quicker and flatter. It was really good bowling. Like Ashwin is obviously a standout. And I probably, like I said, I probably should have just been a little bit more cautious. Probably shouldn't have come down the track like that, because the ball previous was really slow tossed up, and then that one just darted in a little quicker. I actually can't believe it didn't bowl us, but yeah, so only 4 runs and the wicket off this over. But right here, so you're going to think that's a terrible shot, and I just talked about not attacking, but I actually thought that, you know what, it's the last ball of the over. I don't want to get a single and take a Lin-off strike, because what a shot that is. So I thought, go for the shot. If I get a 6, that's great, but if I get out, it's not the end of the world. So that's what I did. I thought it was a decent strategy anyway, and then Lin just smashes one over cover for 6. So this is a decent bowler to actually face. Chris Lynn, he loves the pace, and this sort of pace is pretty much ideal. Ben Stokes, he's a good all-rounder, but his bowling is... I am surprised Ben Stokes goes for so much in the IPL. Obviously, his batting is probably the more dominant thing, just because his bowling is a type of bowling that can get hit. As right here, I could not believe it. And you got to see what happens. We're not going to challenge because I obviously hit it, but that is going to be the end of the innings. So my little strategy to go after that last ball proved to be a bit of a costly mistake, because I didn't realize it was only 5 wickets, because when I made the competition, I thought it had the option to have 10 wickets, and I thought I had 10 wickets set, but 5 wickets in the 5-5 match, and that's done. So honestly, I think that's actually pretty good. It just gives it a little bit more strategy, I guess, because otherwise you would literally just try to slog every ball, unless you're like 6 wickets down. But yeah, actually, I do like that. It does a little bit of strategy, as Trent Bolt, his first ball in the IPL, is going to get the big wicket of Ajinkya Rahane there. So yeah, decent start for us. The total is not good enough, in my opinion, especially the team they've got here. Usman Khawaja, the other opener, and now Steve Smith coming to the crease. So yeah, this is definitely one of the strongest teams in the comp, I would say. Even though most of the teams are pretty strong, but yeah, it's gonna be a tough game. Especially that was a big mistake, because, like I said, Ben Stokes is a bowler that can get hit around. Like, he's sort of just that pace bowler, not too many variations, and in the slot. So it was unfortunate, but that's a good shot by Smith. A very good over so far. Even the 4 coming off of there, still a decent over. We just have to keep it tight these last couple of balls. Just try to build a little bit of pressure, because that early wicket is very, very nice. And there we go. You have the sweeper out on point to cover that one. So fantastic start. Trent Bolt, like I said, is in for Kolkata. I know I said that like other teams, I'll put like more international players, not like all of them, but a few of them. Is that one. Jeez, look at the edge off that Khawaja. Just the top edge. It was a pretty quick delivery. 130k is not that quick, but he's gone through with a big slashing cut shot, and it is just flown over the keeper for 4. So bit of an unfortunate finish, but still a good over, 1 for 9. So it is touch and go at the moment, but yeah, a couple of good batters in. It's a good shot by Smith. I thought it was just going to be like a single, but he's gone for 4. And not a good start to Narayan's over here. But yeah, like I was saying, for our team, I'm not going to put more than 4 internationals in. It just, look at that. It just provides a little bit more diversity. We can sub a couple out if we want, and we got a couple up our sleeves that we can throw in there if we want to. So yeah, probably every game well, not every game, but every couple of games I might look to switch it up a little bit with our bowlers and batters. But we are going to get the big danger man, Steve Smith. It cost us 10 runs, but we'll probably take, I mean, it's touch and go if we would take 10 runs for a wicket. Probably not, but we did get Steve Smith. That is a huge wicket. I think that was the arm ball, or was it the one goes the other way? I'm not too sure, but a good wicket nonetheless. It brings MS Dhoni to the crease. So like I said, a very, very strong team here, because they've obviously got a lot of standout international players, but then you've got Ashwin and Dhoni, and I think Rahane as well. Probably a couple of others, but like some really star, like probably their biggest star Indian players. So yeah, this is going to be a tough game, as Chris Wokes wasn't great in the first game. I think he's going to be pretty good for us, but not his best bowling in the first game. But a decent start here should be cut off by the fielder Khawaja. He did hit a 4 first ball, but he hasn't had much strike being the opener, so we're going to look to put a little bit of pressure on him. And that is just a ripping delivery. Chris Wokes, that is a beauty. Just a little bit of in-swing, and it just sort of held up in the pitch. So it came in a little bit. Khawaja obviously maybe should have gone forward to it. Touch and go, but he's just played back to a ball coming in, but it just sort of holds up off the seam, hits the off stump, and that's a big wicket. So the run rate is definitely, like, they're in control, but the wickets are falling. Now it brings Ben Stokes to the crease. So like I said, it doesn't really get any easier for us, and that's a good shot over point. So again, it was a good start to the over. We just need to finish off strongly, really, and we did a good job. Only a couple coming off last 2 balls as Rajput comes in. Rajput, I'm not too sure. I don't think I really meant to bowl this guy, because we have a couple other options, but I think I don't know if I made a mistake or whatever, but just giving the medium fast bowler a go here, and not a great start. Not a great start at all. Again, didn't know how to, like, flick the ball back without touching the rope, and it's looking a little dicey. MS Dhoni is just doing what he does best, just finishing an innings off. I mean, it's still only like halfway through the innings, but yeah, he's playing nicely. A couple of 4s, and then just going to work the easy single. So yeah, that's all they really need to do. Just get a 4 and over, and then hit singles the rest of the ball, and they pretty much got the game wrapped up. So we need a, we do have it's an attacking field. Like, we can only have 3 players out at a time. That is a beautiful shot. That is timed perfectly. We can't really do too much about that. I mean, like I said, we can have 3 players out, but we probably do want to only have 2. Try to cut off, build a little bit of pressure, but it's sort of not going our way here. And they're doing it pretty comfortably. Like, I thought we picked up a few quick wickets. I thought, like, we're just sort of on track, but this little partnership from, see, as you see there, we have Chawla and Yadav, who I hadn't bowled, so I must have made a mistake, meant to have bowled Yadav, but we are going to finish off with the leggy again, because he bowled so beautifully in that first game, the last over. It is, again, it's a big risk, because it's only 8 runs to win, and unfortunately, just not a good ball to start. It was short, it was wide, yeah, probably, a little bit of nerves right there, just dragging it down slightly, and then the very next ball is even worse, really. That was a full half volley on the pads. It's a shocking delivery, and that's going to be the game. So, I mean, this is, it's just sort of pulled us back a little bit. I thought, this is going to be pretty easy to win the tournament, but Pune there just absolutely killed us. The 5 wickets lost was definitely a big blow, not facing 3 more balls, but they did it comfortably. So, hopefully, guys are enjoying the series. Make sure to like, and I will see you in the next one.